Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. Can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, is my good buddy Rob.
Hey, how you doing, fella?
Good. How are you?
Oh, you know.
Yeah, we're recording this one a little late.
Yep.
We just had the family day long weekend here in Canada, so decided we would do what we were supposed to do on Family Day and spend the recording day with with our families.
And snorting big lines of cocaine.
I'm snorting big. Well, I don't know what your family days are like, but
You know, the kids are going to pick it up on the streets, so they may as well learn it in the house, right?
It's true. It's true. That's good planning. I need to instill some of that in the Cashmere household then.
Lego family learning 101.
So at Christmas, do you just come in with like a big Christmas tree of Coke on a tray? And like
Christmas is black tar heroin.
Oh,
Gotta believe in the traditions.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just do Coke every day.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up.
All right. Now that we've been demonetized, not that we make money anyway, but
so
video games.
This episode 74, Rob.
Yeah.
74.
That's pretty good.
We were we were thinking of almost even not doing it this week, but you know what?
Yep.
It's what the people want. They do, Rob, damn it. People have told me.
People have told me this is what they want.
The voices.
The voices in the head.
You want the show, Ryan? Ryan, do the show.
Do the show.
Do the show, Ryan. Yeah.
And we almost delayed it today because of one of the stories that just came out today.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got no script either. So
no, yeah, we didn't do any prep. We're just doing this on the fly. So
is he going to be really great or really horrible? So you let us know.
Before we start news, though, I'm going to put it out there again. If you like us on whatever platform. If you want to leave us a comment, like Jo did, he just smashed his hand on the keyboard. There's a bunch of characters. We loved it. We laughed about that for quite a while. So
we did. It was very good.
If you wanna help us out in any way, that's a good way to do it. And moving on into my first news story here.
Here we go.
Crash Bandicoot 4 coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch March 12th. So, did you play any of Crash 4?
No, I didn't. It's on the list, but I just didn't want to spend full price on it. So
right. Are you going to pick it up like on Switch, or do you think you'll?
I don't think I'd play it on the Switch.
Yeah.
It's a lot of precision, maddeningly precise platforming, and a little tiny screen wouldn't.
Right.
But I'll pick it up on something when it goes on sale. I don't remember. I think it's on PC, or is it coming to PC? Was that one of the platforms?
That wasn't one of the announced ones. Okay. But you almost kind of assume now if it's coming to the Series X, but it's going to show up on PC. But you know what happens when you assume, Rob?
That's right.
Oh, PC version not coming out yet.
Oh, okay.
But when it does, it will support much higher frame rates.
PC Master Race.
Yep.
He says on his mid-range gaming computer. I have thought about getting a Series S. I know we've talked about this before, but just for something on the TV. But it's you pretty much have to kill somebody to get one.
Mm-hmm.
It's
yeah.
I'm not at that stage yet.
Maybe trade some of that cocaine.
That's right. Maybe a few more months of pandemic and be breaking into EB Games and GameStops.
There you go. So what do you got for the next news story, Rob?
Oh, right. Okay. Well, do I take the easy one?
Whatever you want, man.
All right, here we go. So Jack Black will play. No, I'm just kidding. Should probably have this up near the front anyway. Nintendo has dropped a Nintendo Direct. Notice that they're going to do a Nintendo Direct, a full, honest to
Yeah.
goodness Nintendo Direct. First time in. We honestly we were trying to remember. It's been a long time.
And we kind of figure, and you can let us know in the comments or whatever if we're dumb, but the last official Nintendo Direct, I'm pretty sure, was the big Mario 35 reveals.
Yeah, and was that a full? I don't even remember if that was a full. That might have been like a special mini as well.
Oh, that might have been because it was just all.
I don't think it was that long.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the one we almost looked at and we were like, okay,
Yeah, while we
maybe
were
we should wait till tomorrow. But no, this is we're gonna stick to our guns. And yeah, so no idea. They haven't really said much. They said it's gonna be 50 minutes long.
Yep.
It says focused on available games like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and games coming to Nintendo Switch in the first half of 2021.
Oh,
So it does say focused on that. That's according to Nintendo's Twitter.
right. Okay.
Now that doesn't mean they can't drop a. So a lot of people have been saying there's a couple things kind of going around about possibly some Game Boy emulation on there. Some people saying finally the Nintendo Switch Plus or S or whatever half step you want to take.
They could Beyonce drop the Game Boy tomorrow too. That'd be easy peasy.
Yeah, that'd be just raking in the money. Because if you think about it, from Game Boy all the way to Game Boy Advance, that's a lot of games.
That's a lot of games.
That's like the Game Boy just by itself ran forever. So it's it'd be an easy sell. But yeah, look to the channel tomorrow, in which case today, probably by the time this is released.
Yeah.
We're going to have some update.
This might even come out after
we'll definitely post on the page the second we know the highlights and
yes, absolutely
what's going on, because it's kind of a big deal. We're at heart Nintendo fanboys. Mr. Cashmere most, yes. But still a big part of my childhood and a lot of people's childhoods out there. So I'd like to say rooting for the little guy, but Nintendo's not really the little guy anymore. They haven't been that for a while, but it's still want to see him succeed. So
exactly.
And really no idea for tomorrow. So there you go. Did I delay long enough for you to get yours in?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I'm ready to go.
What's your next story, buddy?
I'm gonna do EA. EA, they like money.
They do.
And they spent a whole crap ton of it this past week.
They did.
They dropped $2.1 billion buying Glu Mobile. That's GLU. The makers of such popular games as Diner Dash, Cooking Dash, Restaurant Dash, Gordon Ramsay, and Kim Kardashian Hollywood Dash. I have no idea what any of these games are, but apparently they're very popular and big money makers. So this is another mobile developer that EA puts under their belt.
Yep. This is the kind of thing you buy just to make money. They don't really care about improving phone games. It's just that games like Diner Dash and like Candy Crush, the same thing when Activision bought Candy Crush, Maker's King.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a way to make a bunch of money in the background. You let them make subpar phone games and that people love.
I really fell out of the whole mobile game scene. I was really into it there kind of at the beginning of it, but then when I think honestly I can tell you the turning point was Angry Birds 2.
Oh yeah.
Because here comes a game that you can't buy. You can only play it a limited amount of times without buying more time, more men or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no option. I'm like, I'll give you $3 for this, or
Yep.
$4 even. I had like played all of them leading up to that. I bought like, you know, Angry Birds Space and Transformers and all the other,
Hmm.
ones. And then two comes out and like it looks amazing. Like looks like they really got it. And then they do that. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not interested. Like,
Yeah. Anytime a game has turns like that and you have to wait a certain amount of time, unless you buy gems or eggs or whatever else,
yeah.
it's
And it's
bad
freaking
form.
and then I kind of got frustrated with the procedurally generated levels too. Like
Hmm.
because like so not only can you not like figure out a level and like try multiple shots to try and get it right, but
Hmm.
the level keeps changing like little bits of it, right? Like the
Yeah.
the the basics of it would always stay the same. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways, I was done. I was pretty much done after that. Like
Yeah.
so my interest really, because then every game started coming out like that, and I'm just like, yeah, not.
Yeah, really what they need to do is kind of what Apple Arcade did. And I know Apple Arcade is still kind of a grassroots kind of following, but you pay a certain amount monthly and you get games that aren't like that. You get games that are
Yeah.
decent experience. Like you can play that Sayonara Hearts game. They've got Ocean Horn. Like they're games you can play on your phone for little bits at a time, but you pay monthly and there's no, oh, I wasted my 5 hearts. Now I have to wait 25 minutes, right? Like,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So just a little bit of interesting. EA bought PopCap. This is the rabbit hole I was going down.
mhm.
But I like, have they done much with that? Like the makers of
No idea.
Plants vs Zombies and
Oh,
um
I really don't know.
the game I've been trying to get you to try, Peggle.
You know what? I've been doing the PSP to downloading the ROMs, all ripping them.
Yep.
I'm about halfway through the 250 or so, and I have a Peggle game called Luxor.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "Is that's Peggle, right?"
Is it?
I'm not sure. Like there's like a ring of balls like this,
Uh-huh.
and you shoot balls. It looks like, and they have the match balls, and then the balls go away. Balls,
Kinda. Yeah, there's a lot of
balls.
ball action in Peggle.
So I'm not too sure. It looked like kind of what you described as Peggle. So
Okay.
maybe once I get these all ripped, sometime in November, uh,
November,
because
yeah, 2021, right.
yeah, because it takes 15 minutes or so to rip one UMD. So I get about 6 on a memory card, and then I have to move them at the USB 1.1 speeds, I want to say, to my computer, which takes another 20 minutes. It's
Oh my god.
so 6 at a time. And that's the thing, I don't sit down here all the time. As fun as it looks, I mean, look at all this cool stuff. There's some cool stuff. There's a Tony Hawk's board over there that someday we're going to talk about in a review about those.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. So it's a long time. It'll be a long time.
Okay.
Um, Luxor. We got off on a huge rabbit trail there, but
So do you
so I'm
have
ready. In all that, I did actually get another article. So when you're
okay,
done,
good.
all right. So fellow Canadian, all around good guy, even for a guy from Vancouver, Linus from Linus Tech Tips,
Oh.
Linus Tech Tips, got himself an early bird type pun. I didn't even mean it. Um, Kit for Starlink, and he actually got to try out how Starlink does.
Well, I thought
Start
Starlink's been out for a couple years, Rob.
not no. It's
Sure.
been
Sure.
they've been getting them ready.
Ubisoft made it and it came with a little spaceship.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. So you're right. So once Ubisoft is done suing Elon Musk for his little side project, um,
Pretty happy with
are,
myself, sorry.
are okay. It's like Amiibo for space.
Uh-huh.
All right. So Starlink. The other Starlink is
Starlink.
Elon Musk's satellite-based internet service, which is going to eventually be worldwide. There's going to be tens of thousands of satellites at 3 different levels in space. So not geostationary like a standard satellite would be, but all much lower orbit. And so Linus has a video, we posted a link to it, of the results, and they were actually, for not being officially out for the public, they were actually pretty mind-blowing. Like Ryan and I have both worked for various telecom companies over the last 20 years or so, and all the way from little baby internet to where the internet is right now. And basically what he was seeing was about 150 meg down. Are you all right, buddy?
No, carry on.
About 150 down and like 25 or 30 up over satellite. But the latency was the big thing, because in a standard geostationary satellite, where you have, with TV channels and things, where the satellite appears to be in the same position all the time, the latency is 250 milliseconds up, 250 milliseconds down. You can't make it any less, because that's the orbit it has to be in, and that's the speed of light. What Linus here was seeing as an average was 28 milliseconds.
Yeah.
28 milliseconds while is a fair amount, it is nothing for satellite. It's basically where ADSL or cable modems were 5 years ago, 6 years ago, right? Like 28 milliseconds is so. And the idea that you can get those speeds, that latency, the packages in Canada, which is where we're at, that's why we look so cold all the time, 130 bucks a month. And then there's a $600 setup for the kit, which includes the satellite dish with the tripod. It's got the motors that track the satellites going by. It really is going to kind of revolutionize internet to all sorts of areas that don't have those kind of speeds. Like, for those of us in big cities, like 150, it's like, oh, well, that's not a great package. But if you live 10 minutes out of a major center, that's a good price. That's a good price, and it's a good speed. So
it really is.
So that's and they did some gaming on it. It's perfectly doable. Like, had 4 4K streams going at one time. Perfectly fine. Those are the kind of things it's definitely going to do better with, because the latency that builds up, say in a game, for every action, in a streaming system like that, you don't even notice it, because once you get that first 28 milliseconds, you don't notice the other ones all come in at the same speed behind it. But it's pretty cool. Like, it's as a person who's still interested in that kind of technology, like, that's pretty mind-blowing. It's really going to revolutionize the world.
It is. It really is.
Elon Musk is he's a damn wizard.
Was my mute working when I was coughing there?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Because I was coughing and you would stop, and I'm like, oh crap, am I coughing?
Oh, it looked like your face was about to explode. That's why I was like, it was funnier without the sound, because it was like,
it's wrong hatch. Wrong hatch.
I'm glad you're. I'm just glad you're okay.
What happens when you get old and when you drink straight vodka?
Straight vodka. So yeah, Starlink. They were doing pre-orders in Canada. I think those are closed now, but that is yeah, it's going to be a game changer. Game changer, because we talk about video games.
So I'm gonna for my next story here, Rob, I'm gonna drop some Hollywood stuff, because we kind of got 4 Hollywood stories. I'll just drop them. I'll drop them all at once. Jason Momoa reportedly signed to play Knuckles in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie 2.
It's good. Do you want me to wait till the end before I say anything, or can I drop in?
No. drop in with you.
That's a good pick. I like it. Just even in looks alone, he looks like Knuckles. So
Right.
that's good. I like it.
So, the Borderlands movie.
Yeah.
This, dude, I don't know what's going on.
It's a lot of money they're throwing at it. It's
Uh-huh. So Jamie Lee Curtis has signed on.
Yep.
With Kate Blanchett and Kevin Hart. She is looking to play the role of Tannis.
Yeah.
Which the only thing I've heard is that she's a little old.
She is a little old for that, but Kevin Hart's a little short, and honestly,
it kind of makes you wonder what they're doing, right?
It's true. I mean, but she's a great hell of an actress. So
yeah.
I can
and
see
then
her.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying, if they have to change the script a little bit, to kind of make her. I mean, she's still an attractive lady.
Yeah,
I think they can do it. So,
then they announced that Jack Black will be voicing Claptrap, which I like that. I mean, he's quick talking and smarmy, and I think he'll do excellent at that.
Yeah.
And the last bit of casting news this week was Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian himself, has been hired to play Joel in The Last of Us.
Oh, okay. I missed that one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah. You know what? I'm sure. No, it's a good choice. It's a good choice.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the dream choice that I would have liked to see in that role would have been Hugh Jackman.
Okay. I see.
Bearded up in his full Logan, like old Wolverine.
That'd be a good choice. Yeah.
But Pedro Pascal, he'll be very good.
Sure. So discount Hugh Jackman.
Discount Hugh Jackman. Yes. So yeah, that's all the Hollywood news this week.
That's a lot of news. There's a lot of actors, I'm sure, just kind of chomping at the bit to take roles because Hollywood's not doing so great right now.
Yeah,
not a lot of people going to movie theaters.
Yeah, there's still, I think, so. There's a lot of new TV finally coming out that's been filmed in during the pandemic,
right?
And a lot of storylines are actually acknowledging that's what's happened and everything. So, but yeah, movies so. I had this total tangent, but welcome to the show. So, Marvel has this roadmap laid out, right? For their movies and now the Disney Plus TV shows, and so they're one behind because they haven't released Black Widow yet. That was due to come out this past summer.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. And so they've pushed out all these movies, but now WandaVision is on Disney Plus. And as soon as WandaVision finishes, Falcon and the Winter Soldier starts up. I think there's a week in between, or it's or a week or two, and then that starts up. So, but they've said that these shows are going to tie into the movies.
Okay.
So I know they're not wrecking. They're not going to risk wrecking their whole thing, but they should definitely release Black Widow to.
Yeah, they've. I know the big thing is that they just feel they can't afford to. Even if you release it to a movie streaming thing, you were just not making the money you do in the theaters. But you're right. At what point do you say, well, some money is better than no money, which is what we're getting otherwise? Because it's just looking at Alberta's, which is really the only thing we have, eyes on. Their roadmap, as they call it, to kind of opening up things. Movie theaters are 12 weeks off. It's 3 weeks between steps, and it's I think we're 4 weeks away from being able to possibly meet in houses again. So where does that put movie theaters, right? Like,
Yeah.
and we're probably pretty even with what any other city or municipality. I know in the States they're all over the board, but here in Canada we're all sticking pretty similarly to most of
Yeah.
the provinces are pretty much the same. Provinces are like states, slightly bigger, fewer people.
More
Um,
Texas sized.
yes, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah, at what point do they say, look, we're going under, release it on release the hounds?
So I know the local movie theater in town here. Um, I always forget the. It's not a Cineplex. It's the other one. Um,
Like is Galaxy still a thing, or they get bought out?
no, the Cineplex bought up Galaxy.
Okay. Sure they
Something
do.
Mark.
Landmark.
Landmark.
Hey.
They're offering. You can go and get a movie night out packages.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can go buy like it's like a garbage bag full of popcorn and like pop and snacks to take home to watch movies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, inventive ways to kind of keep things going. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, like it has been crazy. Like another tangent, because why the hell not?
Yeah.
There's a local watering hole that a young Rob Lego used to go to way back in the day. And it's been there for, I want to say 35, 40 years. It's where I learned to play pool. It's used to go there and play those stupid little trivia games that when you remember when you used to get the TVs.
NTN?
Yeah.
The
yeah.
NTN? Oh my God.
They had pinball, arcade, jukeboxes, all that stuff. They just went under.
Are you talking about the High Run Club?
Yes.
No.
The sign's down. They had a dumpster in front.
Oh, dude.
They're gone. Yeah.
That sucks.
So it's one of those things where like businesses just like they were hanging on.
Yeah.
And they just can't keep up anymore, right? Like we were talking about laser tag. Like there's a place here in town, I think it's Canada wide, called Laser Quest.
Yeah.
They went under.
They went under too, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's they were paying rent on a gigantic warehouse, which is what you need for laser tag.
Yeah.
And they couldn't have anyone in. So what do?
Wow.
You can only last so long, right? So
yeah. That's sad about that. I've been to the High Run Club a lot too. I'm sure before we knew each other,
Yep. It's been there forever. It's been and it's just all throughout North America and the world. You're just seeing stories of places that had been there for 40, 50 years, kind of hung on, but it's been a year since we were told 2 weeks to flatten the curve. And businesses are kind of suffering. And this is your social tangent for the show. Go support a small restaurant somewhere.
Yeah.
Get some takeout. Do what you can because they're barely hanging on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about McDonald's. They're not going anywhere. But
exactly.
If you got a small little restaurant or coffee shop or something, go do what you can. I don't know when my tangent became that, but we're a video game show. I apologize, folks, but it's been a rough year, man. It's been a really rough year.
It really has.
Is it my turn now? I think so. Yeah, you did Hollywood news.
Oh, I did Hollywood news. If you don't have anything though, while you were tangenting, I found a little something.
Okay, I do have one here. It's a cool story. Is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is launching on June 11th, so they actually got a date. And this is a game. This is a game to me that's a system seller. The only game that really makes me want to get a PS5. I mean, granted, I don't have the money for one, nor could you probably find one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited that maybe by June 11th we'll be able to get together, and I can come to your place. First, I'll give you a big hug because I haven't seen you in months.
Yeah.
Then play this game or a demo for this game.
So you know what? I will even set this up outside so you can come over and try it.
I like that.
We'll sit 6 feet apart.
Nice. I like it.
We'll wipe the
We'll make
control
that happen.
between.
That is awesome.
Honestly, this is the first game. Like, I know I got Miles Morales, but I bought the PS4 version. I think,
Yes.
honestly, I don't think I'm buying a PS5 game until Ratchet and Clank comes out. Like, there's nothing else that I can think of that really intrigues me enough.
Oh, absolutely. This is an absolute like every trailer and video and gameplay of this game. It looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, man.
This is what sells the system.
Yeah, but honestly, I can't think of anything else that I'm looking at buying until then. I mean, maybe something will pop up, but
you want to buy another version of Grand Theft Auto 5? There's you can play it on 35 different consoles now.
My goodness. Yeah, I was talking with Brent about that in our chat there, because that was supposed to be something that came launch with the PS5, was the souped up version of GTA 5, but it's been delayed, so it's going to end up being a PS Plus game, is what it's going to end up being.
Which honestly, at this stage in its life, do they need to squeeze more money out? Yes.
Well, I guess online has given it a whole other life. So I haven't the GTA Online. I haven't tried it. Like I don't even understand like what happens, like if it's like an MMO or what, but yeah.
Looks pretty cool.
In other news, Nintendo this week also announced the new games that came out on February 9th for the NES and SNES Online on the Switch.
Yeah.
So they added for Super Nintendo Doomsday Warrior, Psycho Dream, Prehistoric Man. And then for the NES, they added Fire and Ice. So I may have heard of Doomsday Warrior before, maybe tried it. I'm not 100% sure. But Prehistoric Man was the only one that really like rung any bells out of that entire list. Like, what are they doing? Not only are they not releasing stuff monthly, but they're just like, hey, let's just pick 4 random games. And
it is very interesting. Like the way you wonder how many licensing issues they have. Like the one thing I was happy to see was that Fire and Ice is a NES puzzler that is very, very expensive to get a copy of. So that was kind of cool. Like the reason it's very expensive is because it didn't sell very well, which leads to your original point. Why would they pick that one?
Yeah.
It's kind of like releasing Tetris for the Genesis on the Genesis Mini. It was like, it's neat to be able to play it for prosperity's sake. Like we talked about that, right? The Genesis, where the only copy they have is ones that were leaked out of the factory when they shut it down. Like people walked out with cartridges. It was never sold, but there were like 3 or 4 of them in the world, and they included it on the console. It was like, and it's not very good. It's like, but
maybe
it's cool experience.
Maybe they're going for easy licenses.
Maybe like who are these?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
but it's I was just like, wah wah. This is not.
Yeah, I mean, have they run out of like licensed Nintendo games? Like, is there no more?
No,
because those would be the easiest, right? Like, it's like we own the license, we can release these. I don't know, man. So, interesting.
Just going through the news here, I'll mention the one other thing. No, you know what? I'll talk about this in what we've played.
Okay.
So, and I think just looking through, unless you have another story you'd like to bring up, I think we're
There was one story about that we both kind of were watching for that never really materialized. We were talking about this earlier. Was the supposedly this week we were going to hear something about the new Anthem,
Right,
the Anthem reboot. Yeah,
whether they were going to go ahead with it or if it was
yeah,
going to get shelved or
and nothing so far. Which means 20 minutes after we do this recording, they'll announce something. It'll be some big news. But
yeah,
oh, I have one more quick thing.
too late.
Just
We're
completely off
moving. No,
the
we're moving
cuff.
on. Forget it.
Dude, the people want to know this one. The people.
People judge.
Judge away. Yeah, you've been judging. If you're here anyway, we can't. At this point, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But announced for the Evercade actually this
Oh,
week is a big news that Intellivision announced they're going to
ooh.
do an Evercade cartridge. And for those who don't know or hadn't heard, the Evercade is a system. It's a handheld console made by Blaze, which is a UK-based company, I believe, and they license and make cartridges for this handheld thing. And you can get Data East collections, Namco collections. They have Atari Lynx collections, all licensed, all ways to play these games. And they just announced a partnership with Intellivision. So there's going to be, I think it was like 19 games or something like that.
Oh, so
It was
a good selection.
Yeah, you bet. I'm going to pull up the amount there now because I'm probably lying to you. Vision Evercade. Oh, 12. It is 12.
Okay.
The games include Night Stalker, because of course it has to be Nights. Oh, so they only know 3. Okay. There are going to be 9 other ones, but the 3 they know are Night Stalker, Astro Smash, and Frog Bog. All very big, popular Intellivision games. So very cool.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Okay, that was worthy.
All right. Oh, and you're even typing it in for me in the notes. What a guy. Hardest working guy in the Game Grumps team. Right here. Hopefully he's on the left.
So I think that's all we got for news. Just looking through what we posted this week, and
I think so. I think we got a lot more out of that than I was expecting. So,
as usual,
yeah,
we'll just blather on and on and on. So I didn't do a lot of. We'll move on into what we've been playing here.
sure.
I didn't do a whole lot of gaming this week.
Yeah.
Even with a long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did a lot of gaming, but a lot of it was like playing Splatoon with the wife and kid, and Julie finally started up her started playing Animal Crossing. So
Nice.
I kind of watched and played that with her for, large swaths of time. What I did get a chance to play though is with my good buddy Mike. He called me up and then he talked me into playing some Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh, is that the newest Call of Duty?
Well, that's their battle royale.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So he's put a lot of time into it already, and so I spent a lot of the time just playing and just trying to take it all in because there is so much going on, man. I can't even tell you, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun. And I'm definitely going to do it again. He
Did you
plays
get one of those chicken dinners?
wrong one.
Oh, I know. I just don't know what it's called in this one.
I don't know what their big thing is, but they added a lot to the whole battle royale thing. Like they very Call of Duty'd it up is
Okay.
is the best I can. The biggest change is if you die, you get sent to the gulag, and
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
and you
Yeah.
if you win the gulag fight, which is just a one-on-one with somebody, you are entered back in the game.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I've seen the memes.
yeah. But yeah, there's a lot to learn. My learning my learning curve is like this right now in that game. So um I did put some time into the medium. Um it's if I had to rate it out of 10, I give it like a 7,
Mm-hmm.
6 or a 7. My my heart isn't fully into this game because
Mm-hmm.
I keep reminding myself this is supposed to be a next gen game,
Right.
and it's like next gen backgrounds with PS3 characters. It's like, uh, and then they added in ray tracing because it's the it's the new hotness, and
Oh yeah.
the almost photorealistic backgrounds look amazing, and then
Mm-hmm.
so I stuck with it uh um because I've heard it's only an 8 to 10 hour
Mm-hmm.
experience.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm really close to the end, like just the way the story is wrapping up.
Okay.
The story is decent.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably what saves it. A lot of twists and turns, but there's a lot of janky gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of just walking through levels 2 or 3 times because you gotta do a lot of back and forth stuff. Uh, if there's one thing in a game that drives me batty, is
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's what drove me away from Jedi Fallen Order. There, I was like, oh goody, I'm back to this planet again.
Right. Yay.
Yeah. So like there's this one area where you're around a pool, and partially my fault, partially game design. Like I had to walk through it 3 times to
Mm-hmm.
get to move forward,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
it.
I've watched some gameplay of it. It really does look like great, really high in atmosphere. Just
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
a blooper games, right? Same
yeah,
people who
blue.
did they kind of do a lot of walking sims, as the kids
Yeah,
call it. Oh,
there's a lot more of that in this than there is anything.
sure,
Like even the puzzling is very easy. Like I haven't been stumped once
sure,
by
sure.
like a puzzle. Um and that's just how damn smart I am at no. Anyways, by next week I should be done. I was frantically after work today trying to complete it, and
Mm-hmm.
it was at that point where I'm like, I'm just kind of hate finishing this at this point. So I'll finish it up later. And
Mm-hmm.
um the last game that I'll mention is the big 1.5, I think they're calling it, update came out for Stardew Valley
Nice.
on Switch finally. It's been out
Mm-hmm.
or on all consoles. It's been out on PC, came out around Christmas. Yeah, it added a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been hanging out in Stardew Valley quite a bit too. Um, and it's great. Like cool stuff they added, like just more stuff to do. And I kind of reached a point where I done everything I wanted to, and
Mm-hmm.
now there's more. So, yay!
There you go. The game that keeps on giving.
Yep, that's it for me.
Excellent. So I've been playing some brand new cutting edge games myself.
Right,
Right on the cusp of what the kids are playing,
as always.
as always. Uh, Double Dragon for the Switch. I downloaded this. It's the people. I think it's Hamster Arcade. Again, the guys who do a whole
Oh
bunch
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
arcade doing, and it's the arcade ROM of Double Dragon, which Double Dragon kind of hit in our sweet spot for when we were really like our age group kind of went to arcades all the time, and Double
Mm-hmm.
Dragon was the first game where it was like, wow, they can do that with an arcade. Like, it was also the first one I remember. I don't know if it is the first one, but it's the first one I remember where it was 50 cents to play.
Oh,
It like it was the first time I remember. I'm like, whoa, 2 quarters? No, but I mean, it ages really well. You forget about the slowdown. Like,
right.
there was a fair amount of slowdown. We had a
Yeah.
few guys on there, but still a lot of fun. And when you've got an arcade ROM and you can just keep continuing, It's a lot of fun, and then they actually do something really smart with it. It's got the 3 buttons: the punch, kick, and machete, and jump was actually the. But they actually map in the actual arcade game. You had to hit, I think it was jump and punch together at the same time to do the elbow, the back
Yeah,
elbow.
yeah.
They map those to trigger buttons.
Oh,
Like there's that, and then there's the jumping reverse kick, which was jump and kick at the same time.
right.
So they map those and make them discrete buttons. So it feels a little bit like cheating that way, because you can almost elbow your way through the entire game. But it's a lot of fun to play, and it was like $9. I think it was on sale for like $4.50 or something. So
Oh, nice. I always remember Double Dragon as like the first game I remember where you could take the bad guy's weapon and use it
yes.
against him.
Oh sure, yeah, you bet.
May have happened before that, but that's my recollection.
Yeah, it was kind of the first game I remember where it's different. There was more than just punch and kick, right? It was
Yeah.
yep, it was pretty cool. So Double Dragon for Switch. It's cheap.
I do remember I picked up Double Dragon on Game Boy.
Oh yeah.
And like I saved my money, bought the game,
I'm so sorry.
finished it in an hour.
Yeah. That's it was good for what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, it's like the Nintendo version of Double Dragon where you had to earn hearts to get certain moves.
I think so.
Yeah, it was like whereas the Sega Master System had an arcade ROM of Double Dragon, and it was still slow and small, but you actually could. It was the arcade game. It wasn't.
Well, and you only had the 2 buttons.
Yes.
So you had to hit them both at the same time to jump, and then.
Yep.
And then hit your kick, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good times. Good times. And then the other game, Ryan and I actually recorded some of this, and then I went back and played some afterwards, because it's like it's a feel good, warm cup of soup kind of game.
Yeah.
We went back to Fall Guys.
Yeah.
And it was funny because we were downloading another game we were going to record, and we said in the meantime, why don't we just play a round or two of Fall Guys? And it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, we're like, oh, I guess we need to go to bed now.
Yeah, now it's bedtime.
It's like season 3, I think they're in, like late season 3, and
yeah,
they had some new games in there. They had some cool outfits, like the games that were there, a lot of them have been tweaked in a variety of fun ways.
Yeah, and like the ones that they do over and over, like they change little bits of them. They're not always the same. Yeah. Like they add different little bits and pieces.
Yeah, there's big Chungus hammers now that send you flying through the air, and that's a lot of fun. I don't really need to talk much about Fall Guys, but
we're doing a lot of
Yep.
Took the last spot.
Yep. But so we're going to release that eventually. We recorded a whole bunch. Did we win a crown? You'll have to tune in to find. We didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
No. There's still, I think at this point, the people who are still playing are really, really good.
Yeah.
And our skills have just not advanced.
So instead of is the learning curve more like this at this point?
Yeah.
Folding back on itself.
Yep. So I'd like to, at one point, get another crown that way. The good thing is that you get more crowns now just by playing. You get the mercy crowns.
Yeah.
Just by leveling up. So that's something. That was Fall Guys. Little game by a little known company called Devolver Digital. They've released some stuff.
I think they have. I'm sure they got some stuff.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, like Enter the Bunyan or something like that. Like game with bunions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, somebody owes me a Coke. Is it Brent? I bet it's Brent.
It's Brent.
Yay! Hey, Brent.
He bought himself a PS4 Slim today.
Oh.
Because he didn't have a working PS4 anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And can't just play the games on his PS5 because Actually, does he have a PS5?
No.
He doesn't, right? Yeah, never. So that's a really good reason he can't.
Yeah. So, yeah.
A look behind the curtain at Brent George, admin of Grumpy Old Gamers.
So, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we got to give this week,
I
Rob.
think so. We gave and gave till it hurt.
So, yeah, watch for Fall Guys. We'll upload that footage here soon.
Any day now.
Any day now.
We have a lot of recorded gameplay that needs to go into a video at some point.
Yes.
Never quite makes it.
And, yeah, you know what? If you want to chat with us, you can email us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you.
We're very lonely.
Yeah, we haven't heard from anybody in a while, so we're due for another email here. You know, check out our website, www.thegrumpyoldgamers.com. There's stuff on there.
We do stuff.
We do stuff. It's on there.
It's on there. Why don't you check it out? Click on all the ads while you're in there.
Yeah, just clicking.
Just all the ads. Please don't do that. I'm pretty sure that's illegal what we just...
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. I think I've made more in loose change I've picked off the ground in the last year than we did from our AdSense, but I'm still not supposed to say that, so...
Yeah. And you know what? Our Facebook, that's where honestly the most activity happens. And our forum has actually had a lot more activity on it.
Yeah.
The last few weeks here. So, you know, check that out too. So, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Have yourselves a good evening.
You too.